Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing my first service on the 2021 KTM SMC R. So I was originally going to take this into the dealer. I was worried about warranty issues and having it registered in KTM's diagnostic system, but I figured it's a first service. It's pretty easy. It's really oil change, chain tension adjustment, check over the brakes, everything like that. So I also ordered a OBD II dongle and a 6-pin to 16-pin adapter connector. I tried to set that up. It did not work. If you have any experience with this and you've been successful with it, I tried 3 different Apple App Store apps. None of them worked, so I abandoned the project. But if you have any tips on that and know how to make that work, that would be really appreciated. Leave that in the comments below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps. And if you want to see more videos from me, please consider subscribing. Thanks. This is a shot of the supplies needed to do the first service, starting from the top left going clockwise. Ready to Race book is the notebook that came with my bike when I bought it. It didn't come with an owner's manual, so I went and downloaded the owner's manual from KTM's website, printed that up at work, and then bound it. So that's the next document with the white cover and the SMCR. I've got 2 liters of the 4T power synth from Motorex, and then chain wax. I always use the spray on chain wax, this Ultima chain wax. It just seems to work well for me. I also bought a can of Muck Off chain cleaner. Bike came with the heavy grease chain lube that always comes with new bikes, so I want to clean that off and put on the spray on wax. And then finally, the pieces in the Ziploc bags in the 2 KTM boxes. This is essentially the KTM oil service kit. I ordered this online from a shop in Ontario, and they said that they were out of the oil change kit, and that in fact it was back ordered until September or October. But they offered to go into their shop supplies and put together the kit. It comes with the drain plug replacements, the new gaskets for those, 2 oil screens, gaskets for the oil filters, new crush washer. Yeah, everything you need to do the oil change other than the oil, which I bought. And then finally, I've got a pen and a ruler. Ruler is for the chain adjustment. I didn't lay out all the tools that I needed, but that's pretty simple. Just some socket wrenches and some Torx bits. And I always like to use T-handles, so I have a couple of those. And I'm using the Ready to Race notebook just to record everything that I've done. So I have a record of that in case there is some sort of warranty issue that I can show that I've done the work and I bought all the appropriate parts. This is me pointing out the various pieces that you need to remove. So there's the oil drain plug, the first filter on the left side of the bike, the oil filter on the left side of the bike, and on the right front is the second oil screen, the oil filler cap, and the right side of the bike oil filter, which I unfortunately didn't point to, but it's the aluminum piece there with the cable coming out of it. Obviously not rocket science here, but thought it might be helpful to somebody if I pointed it out. There's a number of pieces to remove, more so than most bikes.
Okay, so this is 15 newton meters to torque down this bolt here. Okay, this is interesting. So the air filter on this side goes in this way, and on the other side it's reversed. So something to keep in mind. So these are going to be 6 newton meters. So like I said on the other side, this goes in that direction. This one needs to be pushed into place. Again, 6 newton meters. Okay, so now I'm putting 1.7 liters of oil back in using the Motor X 4T Power Synth 10W50. Thought I had a plastic funnel, but turns out I don't, so I'm using a paper funnel I made, which works in a jam. That's exactly 1.7. So that's the first oil change done. Apologize that my head is glistening. It's pretty hot here. We're into another heat wave, so not the simplest oil change. I haven't had a KTM before, and this one is my first. And it does have a lot of drain plugs. So 2 filters, 2 oil screens, and a drain plug. Most bikes have a single drain plug and 1 oil filter that I've worked on anyway, so bit of a new experience. A lot of going back and forth to the owner's manual, but pretty easy to figure out. So just gonna update my logbook here. I've got the odometer reading 875 kilometers, doing this a little bit early. Just listing the parts that I have, specific part numbers, procedures complete, and then any notes. So finish the oil change, and next will be the chain check and tension adjustment. So hopefully you can see this. This is the end of the chain guard, and the chain needs to be within 5 millimeters of this when you push up. Mine is really stretched out and it is way out of alignment. There's quite a bit of wear on the chain guide up front, and I think that's because it's so loose. So I've chewed through a good chunk of that. I should have done this much sooner. But essentially you measure 30 millimeters from here, which is the checking point, and then 5 millimeters. So I'm going to put a mark on the swing arm just so I know where it is. Can't really see it, it's pretty faint, but it's right there. It's not permanent ink, so that'll come off. Yeah, this is just way out of alignment. Okay, so I've loosened the axle nut and the locking nut here. I'm going to loosen the one on the other side. And that's a 13 mil. You can see that. And it's a 32 on the axle nut. So now I'm just going to check the 5mm distance. Okay, looks pretty good. It's even. I backed it out a little bit too far, so I'm going to recheck. Okay, one more check here. All right, got it. Okay, one more check just after those are tightened. That looks good. So the axle nut needs to be tightened to 90 Newton meters, so I need the big torque wrench. All right, that's the chain tension adjustment done. Easy. I'm just gonna update my service log for the chain tension, make myself some notes that I need to check that more frequently. Just so you know, I'm using the graph paper notepad that was included in the owner's manual for this log. So I can't get this lizard out of my garage. Lizards. He always comes in here when I'm working on my bike. He's climbing all over the engine oil. Hopefully I can scare him out. Okay, come on, come on. Go, go, go. Oh. Come on. Yeah. Okay, last step here. I bought from Amazon a OBD II reader. So this was pretty cheap. I think this was about 20 bucks. And then I needed the 16-pin to 6-pin converter to hook up to the ECU in the 690. Now the reason for this is on the manual, anything where you see the wrench mark, if you look in your manual, it's hooking up to the KTM diagnostic tool. So in this case, it says read the fault memory using the KTM diagnostic tool. Of course, I don't have a KTM diagnostic tool, so I thought I would give this a try. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I've never used one of these before, certainly not on a motorcycle. So we'll have to see how it goes. I'm going to pop off the seat, plug this in, connect it up to my phone, and see if we can get some codes. So I've got the seat off here, and the ECU is right here. And to access the 6-pin connector, you remove the ECU, just push that aside, and it's really easy to find. It's just behind here on the right side of the bike. It's tucked in there. Slide that up and over, put this back. And let's see if it connects. All right, good first sign. Now apparently with this, you need to have the bike running in order to power this and to feed the information from the ECU to the module and then transport to your phone. So I might cut the sound on this just because I'm in my garage and it might be pretty loud. So I'll do that and then I'll show you what it looks like on the app. All right, guys, at this point forward, I'm just showing you several attempts to connect to a few different apps. So I had the car scanner app from the App Store. Then I tried one called Blue Drive. And then finally, I paid for the Torque app, which is the one that's most frequently cited online. And I didn't have any luck with any of those. If you want, you can continue watching and see where I fell short. But mostly this would be for anybody that's had experience with this, knows how to make it work, and perhaps they can look at what I've done and point out maybe where some of the flaws in my process were and a few pointers. And if you do have experience and you've made this work, that would be much appreciated if you could leave comments below. If I do end up figuring this out, I'll post an update video. Otherwise, I think for now, I might leave it. I might buy a dedicated code reader that plugs directly into the ECU so I don't have to connect to my phone and use an app. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more maintenance type videos, let me know. If you want to see more videos from me, please consider subscribing. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching, guys.